Yeah, it's Pom Peeps, Typhlosion 787 here today, and thank you guys so much for 100 subscribers. And because I got 100 subscribers, I'm going to be telling you guys a story that originally I thought would be good for story time with 787, but for some reason I didn't continue that. Probably because I only had this story and one other story that I may eventually get to with that, but I just decided that today, since I hit 100 subscribers just yesterday, that I'm going to tell you how Typhlosion became my favorite Pokemon. Because, well, Typhlosion 787 is the name of this channel, and you guys have known for a while that that's my favorite Pokemon and probably wondered why. Because most people like Typhlosion, but they wouldn't put it as one of their all-time favorites, except a few people like Arizo putting it at, I believe, number 4, and Galactic Elliot, who I thought his favorite Pokemon was Grimer, but apparently it's Typhlosion, so dang. Another fan whose favorite Pokemon is Typhlosion. Good job, Elliot. Anyways, this was my story of how I got to of how Typhlosion got to be my favorite Pokemon. Basically, when I around the years when I was 6 or 7, my grandmother, who sadly enough, my grandmother on my mother's side, who sadly enough has deceased a few years prior to this video, well, she gave me and my siblings $25 each to spend on a game. Or she didn't hand the money to us, but she took us to Walmart and let us pick something $25 or less. And I own a Pokemon Soul Silver, which is at the time $40. So I started crying because that's what I did when I was 7 or 6. And I thought I didn't get anything, but when we were at dinner, well, I got the game right in front of me with the Pokewalker and everything, which I've lost since then, but I didn't really care for the Pokewalker. And every time I got to play the game, I was obsessed with it. The first few times I tried to play it, I ended up resetting the game and, basically deleting the file and making a new one because I couldn't get past a certain part. But after that, I started with Cyndaquil. It evolved before Falconer, swept through the gyms until Whitney, which I lost 3 times in a row, then swept through again until Chuck, which I lost even more against than Whitney. Then, after that, swept through Jasmine and Price, and after that was one of the most pivotal moments. You see, my Quilava was level 58. I didn't think it would evolve until I saw a Munching Orange video of it evolving at level 36. But I thought that since I put an Everstone on my Quilava, because I was only 7 or 6 at the time and I had no access to the internet because I could only get on 30 minutes Saturday or Sunday only, which is pretty fucking stupid. But anyways, eventually I took the Everstone off my Quilava, and in the grass before the ice cave, I found either a Weepinbell or a Lickitung, killed it, and Quilava hit level 59, where it evolved into Typhlosion. And then I lost to Claire, I believe, like 20 times or so, but finally I spammed Strength to beat her eventually. And when I got to the Elite Four, I believe, around 5 times or so I lost to Lance, until eventually I just spammed Strength and something to his Aerodactyl that was a fire move, either Flamethrower, Eruption, or Blast Burn. And then I may have used Blast Burn on one of his Dragonites, but aside from that, after that, I didn't know about Kanto, so I just decided to train my Typhlosion to level 100. And after that, he swept through Kanto all by himself, of course. and I didn't know about the Lance and Elite Four rematches at the time, so I just decided to go ahead and face Red. And at that time, I had trained up a Tyranitar, level 61, with Water Pulse, Thunder, Stealth Rock, and some other bizarre move. Because at the time, I didn't know anything about how to make a good moveset. Don't judge me. I was 7 or 6. And, well, I tried to defeat the Blastoise with my Tyranitar by using Thunder, and it OHKO'd my Tyranitar, which was level 61 at the time. So then I sent out my Typhlosion, one-hit Blastoise with Blast Burn, and swept the rest of Red's team. Eventually I found out about the Elite Four rematches, swept through all of them with Typhlosion. And then, about 1 or 2 years later, I was in 4th grade. I believe that I just got ungrounded, so I was asking my mother if I could play Pokemon Soul Silver and delete my file, so I could restart it, and eventually I did. I ended up crying for an hour, because I realized what I had just done. And through and through, the Pokemon that was there the entire time with me, throughout that whole adventure, was Typhlosion. And that is how I got the love that I do for Typhlosion. Anyways, guys, this has been Typhlosion 787, and I'm out of the house. Bye!